Well, hello there, everyone. Talking about right here, you have right here of talking about the, teams though, and what does it usually mean? A lot of times when we're going to be getting on a team, if it's going to be anything about what's called, boys team, it is, and I have right here. This right here will be example right here of like a screensaver, and I'm sure that we've. Most gals and guys, have seen screensavers before. That they are basically a way of how to show about as to where that about how to like a screensaver, that's something that stands by, that if you're going to be you're pausing away from the computer screen or source of screen for a few moments or something like that, it'll be like a way of how to present a source of work of the matter, and then as well as that anything about what you call for how the screen display. But you have right here is that I display this work right here as like a screensaver monitor on my computer, mainly because it shows my work right here. You have right here is planet Earth right here, and then you also have right here is like for 2022 right there. So let's just say if this was an example, maybe like maybe a calendar example also, but let's just say that for whatever reason that this picture is going to kind of remind me a little bit of a basketball team, and you're likely wearing to basketball. I'm like, yeah, basketball team, and knowing about that anything that is maybe related to maybe learning the times tables, something like that. But it's like, say, yeah, the basketball team, basketball team right here, and then you also have right here if like for the llamas, and for anything about what's called for photography, anything about related to photographing any sorts of animals though. And that sometimes it seems like to be able to get that perfect photograph, and I'll tell everybody here too is that that the new camera that I was showing everybody, but talk about for cool stuff, using that new camera just to be able to record this video. And I get thinking too that for other things for what we call cool though, but really though that really if you're able to maybe get a close-up of an animal, maybe if you're allowed to maybe even pet the animal too, you say you get a close-up view of the animal, and it will take up real good still images of the animal. But you have right here is this right here would be the llama right here, and then this right here will be example right here of there's a portfolio. My example right here, this portfolio. But I was working on this right here. If we could see that right there, and this right here will be example right here of me right here sitting on the chair right there. But it's going to kind of remind me a little bit of besides the Boy Scouts, maybe the boys basketball team or something. Something about basketball, and for whatever reason that's going to remind me of that. Maybe because that, like my parents used a lot of times used to always say, parents or the principals or somebody would say that just to get to know the rest of the boys there at the school, that you would join the basketball team. And so I know that if it's going to be softball or if it's soccer or any sorts of team like that going on up there at the school. But it seems like to where that looking at this picture right here, that sometimes it seems like that if you're going to be looking at this picture right here in like a source of way, if we can see that right there, that sometimes what does it usually mean whenever the parents or somebody's going to maybe be painting a picture of you, maybe if you're going to be sitting down, and or maybe you don't really need any pictures drawn of you, maybe maybe if you're going to be out of school for a week or so, recovering from the chicken pox, or maybe from in the bathtub, or something. It could also be related to because I know with me though, if I'm going to be shaving even, then want to know too that that any source of mood that you think that you would be in just to want to have your picture taken. But you have right here is this right here will be example right here of this this portrait right here, and I've been doing some of the Photoshop work, but you have right there is for 2022 right there. But at the time it just seems like that, yeah, looking at the, the animal drawings right here, and somebody that may weren't, to where that the source of different ways of how you want to describe your drawings is that, yeah, that, like a source of the ball right here, that you have right here is a basketball right here, but let's just say that, that with the ball that, I guess it's about learning how to balance the ball and learn how to twirl the ball, learn how to twirl the ball like that right there. So it's like, yeah, that, it's, so it seems like whenever you're going to be looking at a basketball like this right here, and sometimes it's like, yeah, that with this ball right here, I'm like, it looks pretty easy just to, pass it, from left hand to the right hand right here. It looks pretty easily, and maybe pass it behind your back or something like that, but still, really though, that if we're talking about the source of basketball right here, and so like I say, is to where that you do certain tricks with the basketball right there, but sometimes it's like, to be like most boys. But still though, that sometimes though, that I guess it's all about exercise too, and the exercise and developing the skills and all that. But sometimes it seems like that to where whenever I'm going to be looking at this right here, just the way that, if we can see that right there, just the way that that I'm dressed and all that, dressed all in blue, which I know that that yeah, that this right around my birthday, that would have been around the time what I would look like back when I was about, about 1, 2 years old, something like that. But a lot of parents could maybe say too, that's how they dress their boys. That's how they dress their sons. Is they dress them maybe like wearing like a type of graphic cartoon logo, and as well as maybe the first day of school that they're going to maybe brush their hair a little bit back and say that they have them up. Yeah, take a picture when their first day of school, that they have their backpack with them and all that. But really though, that I might, in case of anybody that may wonder to where that how many kids are really going to have their picture taken while they were, holding a football or a basketball. Their first day of school, it's, yeah, whenever the kids go to school on their first day, maybe if it is maybe junior high, or maybe if it is the 4th and 5th grade, about how many kids are going to be having their picture taken, maybe holding a ball. Like, I guess you say that, yeah, if they're going to bring their own ball, and I know a lot of kids would probably say too, is to where the reasons to why that they want to bring their own ball just to practice with any activities, any of the sports going on at the school. Why is it that they want to bring their own ball? And I guess that yeah, that one of those reasons could also be about as to where that there's something to be proud of the ball, because with the ball that they were able to spend their own time out of the whole weekend just to be able to pick out the ball, and it was a special style, or yeah, something cool on the front of the ball. It was signed and dated by maybe a famous basketball player, a famous player, and or it could also maybe be by maybe it glows, it has like little glitter decorative all around the ball. So you have right here is so you have right here is the basketball right here, and then you have right here also, this right here is the llama right here. And and yeah, that, this, the llama right here, that, in case of say that, well, what do you think the llama would more likely mean to it? Like a different, maybe if it's for photographs from other cultures and all that. But let's just say that maybe if it's for like, maybe for headbands or wristbands, or, I was also thinking too that, really though, that, to be honest with everybody, that whenever I was drawing this right here, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the tobacco products. and I don't think that why, chewing gum, if it's chewing gum, or maybe if it is, they're going to have logos on these brands for like different products. And let's just say that if one of them something like the llama right there, maybe for laundry detergent. Yeah, for laundry detergent, you're going to maybe have like an animal right here that represents for like fabric softener, but then the llama would represent for like special stain remover or something like that. Yeah, the power of the bottom of the llama shoe or something like that, just to be able to get the stain. It's like a stain remover. About how many of us will maybe want to have see right there is the llama right there for like a source of stain remover. But still, you're going to use like an animal to show and represent for anything related to about the fact about, yeah, that, if you know if this stuff really works, then go ahead and put a picture of an animal on there, like the 5-power and steam of steel or something. But, yeah, basketball, but you got right here's the World Wide Web right here, and, this, but still, if we can all see that right there, yeah, but there's planet Earth right there. So, yeah, that, the source of ways of how we describe it as screensaver. But still, I know that if I'm going to be showing this to other people right here, I like say that and about how cute I'll look in that picture. But it's still understanding the purpose about what you call your team. For anything about portfolio and team. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Understanding about portfolios.